We are trying tonight for the first time this service live and in person. It's been a good number of weeks since we had a
slide. Just look down from the top.
Which we will try for. There was an article that was making the rounds a little bit ago about how this pandemic has changed our idea of what time is. Being in the same place, doing the same type things, or being without things to do has messed around perhaps with our sense of what time means. Although, to be fair, I think we've been playing with time for a little longer than just this pandemic. If we think about it, we now live in such a world where time is instant. On our phones, we get news alerts and word spreads so quickly and time goes so fast. Or time is movable, changeable, right? We take the TV shows that we want to watch and we watch them whenever we want. We've been playing around with this idea of time, even our Shabbat services that you could watch Friday night or Saturday morning or during the week when we posted them. We've been moving around with time. Well, sometimes we thought it was important to have time on time. And that's what we're going to try this time tonight. And it's kind of funny. We always had Shabbat on time, the same time, when we were in person together. So we're going to do that tonight, and we hope that you'll find meaning in our time together. One other note about time. Earlier this week, we celebrated Israel's 72nd birthday, Yom Ha'atzmaut, with lots of celebration. There were festivities online. You may have seen any number of opportunities to celebrate. In honor of that, incorporated throughout our worship tonight, many of the melodies that Cantor Sarah has chosen for us are by Israeli composers or popular Israeli versions of some of the prayers that we're going to sing. You'll just hear those melodies as they come through, but part of our way of engaging in that celebration and tribute to Israel. So with all of that by way of introduction, we're going to move into Kabbalat Shabbat and our worship tonight. And we're going to join in singing a couple of our Kabbalat Shabbat melodies, and beginning with Yedid Nefesh. We continue with Psalm 92 with Mizmor Shir, using a melody that we've sung on and off throughout this year from our friends at a progressive congregation in Tel Aviv. Mizmor Shir.
Mizmor Shir Yom HaShabbat, Tov lehodot l'Adonai. Mizmor Shir Yom HaShabbat, Tov lehodot l'Adonai, ulezamer l'shimcha elyon, ulezamer l'shimcha elyon, להגיד בבוקר
our spirits, we rise in our hearts, or perhaps even in body as well, as we prepare for Baruch Hu, for our call to worship.
We continue with Ma'ariv Aravim, our blessing for the coming of the evening, for the turning of the seasons and the works of nature. Please join me. Baruch atah Adonai, Eloheinu melech haolam, asher bidvaro ma'ariv aravim, v'chochma poteach sha'arim, u'bidvuna meshane itim, u'machalif et hazmanim, u'mesader et hakochavim, v'mishmerotehem barakia kirtzono. Borei yom v'layla, golel or mipnei choshech, v'choshech mipnei or, u'ma'avir yom u'mevi layla, u'mavdil ben yom u'vein layla, Adonai tzevaot shemo, el chai v'kayam, tamid yimloch aleinu le'olam va'ed, Baruch atah Adonai ha'ma'ariv haravim. Now I know, as I started reading, that you couldn't see those words, proving that I really can't do or think of two things at the same time. But since you didn't, those of you who didn't know those words by heart, didn't have a chance to read them, why don't we read together this blessing in English before we move to Shema? So please join me. We'll say, "Blessed are you, Adonai, our God, ruler of the universe, who speaks the evening into being, skillfully opens the gates, thoughtfully alters the time and changes the seasons, and arranges the stars in their heavenly courses according to plan. You are creator of day and night, rolling light away from darkness and darkness from light, transforming day into night and distinguishing one from the other. Adonai Tzvaot is your name. Ever-living God, may you reign continually over us into eternity. Blessed are you, Adonai, who brings on evening. Baruch atah Adonai, ha'ma'ariv aravim."
Shema Yisrael, Adonai Eloheinu, Adonai Echad. Shema Yisrael, Adonai Eloheinu, Adonai Echad. Shema Yisrael, Adonai Eloheinu, Adonai ואהבת את Adonai Elohecha b'chol levavcha u'b'chol nafshecha u'b'chol meodecha v'hayu advarim ha'ele asher anochi mitzavecha hayom al levavecha v'shinantam levanecha v'dibarta b'ham v'shivtecha b'beitecha uv'lechtecha v'derech u'shokbecha uv'kumecha u'kshartam le'ot al yadecha v'hayu letotafot b'neinecha u'chtabtam am zizot beitecha u'visharecha למען תזכרו ועשיתם כל מצוותיי והייתם קדושים לאלוהיכם אני אדוני אלוהיכם אשר הוצאתי אתכם מארץ מצרים להיות לכם לאלוהים אני אדוני אלוהיכם.
We continue with the blessing of redemption as we join together in singing Mi Chamocha. Feels like every week when we come to Hashkivenu, we say, oh, this is the week when we need Hashkivenu, the blessing of the evening. And I think this is another one of those weeks. Hashkivenu is that blessing that asks God to spread over us the Sukkat Shalom, the shelter of peace and rest, to keep us far from illness as well as from war and famine and anguish. I think this is just a blessing that really speaks to us in this moment, that image of protection and shelter and calm during moments of challenge and darkness and trial. And so please join us as we sing together Hashkivenu.
Baruch atah Adonai haborei Sukkat Shalom Shalom aleinu ve'al kol amo Yisrael Baruch atah Adonai haborei Sukkat Shalom Shalom aleinu ve'al kol amo Yisrael ve'al Yerushalayim ve'al kol
Blessed are you, Adonai, who spreads the Shabbat Shalom, the shelter of peace, over us, over all your people Israel, over all people we pray, and over the city of Jerusalem. And to that, I know we all say, Amen. We continue together. We're going to read some words of Torah. This is V'shamru that we usually sing, but as we keep Shabbat together in such a new way, let's read what the Torah tells us about doing what we're doing right now. Please join me. The people of Israel shall keep Shabbat, observing Shabbat throughout the ages as a covenant for all time. It is a sign for all time between me and the people of Israel. For in 6 days Adonai made heaven and earth, and on the seventh day God ceased from work and was refreshed.
We come now to the tefillah, the center section of our worship. In just a moment, we're going to begin with a beautiful melody by an Israeli composer, Hannah Tiferet Siegel. And then we'll continue actually with our Amidah as a silent prayer this week. We thought we would try this each in our own way, taking these moments with words we may know or remember, or more importantly, the words that we find within our hearts as we offer our words of praise and thanksgiving for this Shabbat, for the God who made it so, and for our opportunities to join in worship together. We enter into the tefillah.
Adonai, Sifatai Tiftach, Ufi Yagid Tehillatcha. Adonai, Sifatai Tiftach, Ufi Yagid Tehillatcha. Oh God, open up my lips as I begin to pray. Oh God, open up my lips as I begin to pray. Adonai, Sifatai Tiftach, Ufi Yagid Tehillatcha. Adonai,
a beautiful setting of that prayer, and all of your harmonies sounded wonderful. Truly enriched our music, everyone. At this point in our worship, we pause for just a moment to bring to mind those who on this Shabbat are not at a place of wholeness and wellness, but rather are at a moment of suffering or illness of body or mind or spirit. We think most particularly those who have been afflicted by this epidemic around the world and within our own community, our own neighbors and friends, as well as those members of our family and our community. And so I'll ask each of you in your own hearts or out loud to name those for whom we are asking for God's blessing of healing with the Tfilat Mishaberach L'Cholim. Go ahead and list those names now. For all those whom we name within our hearts, for those we've named out loud, for those we share as a community, we ask, O God, for your blessing of healing.
Mishaberach Avotenu, Mishaberach Imotenu, Hu Yivarech, Hu Yivarech, Hu Yivarech et Hacholim. Mishaberach Avotenu, Mishaberach Imotenu, Hu Yivarech, Hu Yivarech, Hu Yivarech et Hacholim. Refuah shlema, Ma'agala mizman karib, Refuah shlema, Ma'agala mizman karib. Mishaberach Avotenu, Mishaberach Imotenu, Hu Yivarech, Hu Yivarech, Hu Yivarech et Hacholim. Hu Yivarech et Hacholim. V'namar
We think about the passage of time and time flowing from one day to the next, we're reminded of the saying that more than counting the days in your life, it's important to make each of the days count. And it seems particularly fitting for us at this season of the year on the Jewish calendar, as we are in the time of counting, of our counting up from leaving Egypt to arriving at Mount Sinai, from the festival of Pesach till we reach the festival of Shavuot. Day by day we count and make our way. And so each night we count for the next day of the Omer to come. We are about to start day 23 of our Omer counting. And so we join in prayer.
Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam, asher kitshanu b'mitzvotav v'tzivanu al sefirat haomer. Hayom shelosha v'esrim yom shehem שלושה שבועות ושני ימים לעומר. Today is the 23rd day.
Go ahead.
Making 3 weeks and 2 days of the Omer.
Exactly. So excited we all want to count the Omer. Exactly. Good. We continue now as we turn towards Aleinu. We rise in spirit or in body as we join together.
עלינו לשבח לאדון הכל, לתת גדולה ליוצר בראשית, שלא עשנו כגויי ארצות, ולא שמנו כמשפחות האדמה, שלא שם חלקנו כהם, וגורלנו ככל המונם. ואנחנו קוראים ומשתחווים ומודים לפני מלך מלכי המלכים הקדוש ברוך הוא. ונאמר והיה אדוני למלך על כל הארץ ביום ההוא יהיה אדוני אחד ושמו אחד.
As we approach the end of our service, we take a moment for memory, and we mention first the names of those whom we remember for Shloshim, for these first 30 days of mourning. And together as a community, as a family of families, we remember Michael Clayton McCarthy, brother-in-law of Robin Messing, Judy Goldman, wife of Arthur Goldman, Herman Seidel, father of Cami Borsier, Rosalie Greenfield Weiss, friend of Faye Sloan, Sarah Zaretsky, grandmother of Debbie Pack, and Shirley Zweibel, grandmother of Jackie David. And although the funeral has not yet taken place, and so we won't formally begin saying Kaddish, we acknowledge the passing of Janice Weissman, who was an important member of both of our synagogue communities prior to the merger. She served as the education director at Temple Beth El. She was also a longtime teacher at Temple Beth Or, and more information about Janice's passing will be coming out shortly. We remember also this Shabbat those whose yahrzeits fall on our calendar this week. And so together we remember Morris Beck, Hyman Bernstein, Louis Bloom, Blanche Blum Kopp, Eva Bowden, Victor Brenner, Anna Calabro, Gertrude Clark, Bertha Cohen, Frank Cohen, Nathan Diamond, Elaine Dispenza, Beatrice Duberstein, Cal Efron, Edward Fishman, Shirley Fishman, Philip Fox, Benjamin Friedman, Jack Freilich, Bernice Froman, Isidore Fuchs, Philip Gandler, David Barton Gelfond, Ida Glassner, Molly Gottdenker, Joel Gottschall, Lee S. Haber, Marion Heyman, Clifford Hillman, Jeanette Katz, Harry Kaufman, Dr. J. Walter K., Leonard Kerman, Irving Kellerman, Murray Kestenbaum, Max Knopp, Leah Land, Bernard Lazarus, Julius Leeser, Vina Mistry, Henry Nelson, Sadie Wexler Ogoff, Louis Pekelny, Solomon Perlman, Samuel Perlman, Saul Rogers, Esther Schiff, Noel Schwartz, Jerome Schwartz, Louis Shapiro, Samuel Stein, Julian Steinfeld, Norm Tucker, Gertrude Unger, and Etta Wagner. And if there are any names to correct or to add to those, I invite you to say them out loud. Together, we offer these words of Kaddish for comfort and for memorial. Please join me. Yitgadal v'yitkadash shemei Rabbah, be'alma divra chirutei v'yamnich malchutei, v'chayechon uvyomechon uv'chayei b'chol beit Yisrael, v'agala uv'izman kariv v'imru. Amen. Yehei shemei Rabbah mevarach le'alam u'la'almei almaya, yitbarach v'yishtabach v'yitpa'ar v'yitromam v'yitnaseh, v'yitadar v'yitale v'yithalal shemei dekudsha b'richu, Leila min kol birchata v'shirata, tushbechata v'nechemata, da'amiran be'alma v'imru. Amen. Yehei shlama rabba min shemaya, v'chaim aleinu ve'al kol Yisrael v'imru. Amen. Oseh shalom bimromav, hu ya'aseh shalom, aleinu ve'al kol Yisrael v'imru. Amen. May the source of peace in the high heavens send peace to us here on earth, and send comfort to all who mourn. And together let us say, Amen. Immediately following our closing song and benediction, we hope that you will join us for Oneg Shabbat. And I know, thank you. But we are really very glad that all of you took the time to join us in prayer this evening, and I'm sure that we will do it again as we continually try new things and explore and find ways to be together and be community, especially on Shabbat. In particular, one of the nice things that we've discovered about celebrating Shabbat this way is that people are able to join us from around our community and indeed from around the country and around the world. And so in particular, I would like to acknowledge the presence of one of our rabbis emeritus, Rabbi Phil Berkowitz, who joins us from Maine, and we're always thrilled to see you and get to celebrate Shabbat with you and 3 generations of your family, because we saw Jeff and Ethan as well. And so Shabbat Shalom to all of the Berkowitzes, and Dana to you too, of course. And so with that, we are going to go to our closing song, and we'll join together in singing another Israeli melody in this week of Yom HaAtzmaut. We'll join together in singing Oseh Shalom.
Thank you.
Eloheinu velohei avotenu v'imotenu, our God, God of all our generations, bless us with a beautiful Shabbat day. I think we will. Bless us with a beautiful Shabbat day of peace, renewal, and rest, and bless us with the ancient words of your Torah. Yevarechecha Adonai v'yishmarecha. May God bless you and keep you safe.
Ya'er Adonai panav elecha v'chuneka. May God's light shine on you and be good to you.
Sa Adonai panav elecha v'yasem lecha shalom. May God's countenance be lifted up to you. May God smile on you in everything that this Shabbat and this week has in store. May God grant that we live in, may God grant that we work together to create a world of shalom, a world of peace. Ken Yehi Ratzon, may this be God's will, and together let's all say, Amen.
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 Amen. Shabbat Shalom.
Shabbat Shalom, everybody.
Shabbat Shalom.
Shabbat Shalom.
Shabbat Shalom.
Shabbat Shalom.
Shabbat Shalom.